sometimes mention, looking at stuff on Sunday and the truth. And what did that show you this week?
A game of 4 quarters, a game of 2 halves. They ran 28 plays in the first half. In the first quarter, their first 14 plays, they had nearly 150 yards on their first 14 plays and 10 points. The next 14 plays, they had less than 20 yards. They were dominant in the first quarter. We were not. In the second quarter, our defense stiffened up, created a turnover, created back-to-back punts, and then yet another turnover. We were not able to capitalize at that moment offensively. Finally, in the third quarter, we came to life. The first drive, we go down double-digit, 13 plays, I guess, or so, nearly 7 minutes, and really just take control of the third quarter. Go down and score, do a lot of really good things, continue to play well, and held the ball for almost 13 minutes in the third quarter. Here comes the fourth quarter. It flips the script again. Now they hold it for 13 minutes and score on consecutive drives. Yet again, that theme, too little, too late, tale of 2 halves, one that 14, 13 points, back-to-back weeks where we played best in the second half after spotting a team, double-digit points. We're not a good enough team to do that. We can't spot anybody. We have to position ourselves to start fast and to finish strong as well. But there were some silver linings throughout the game. In the second half, we're 100% in third down. And so you 3 for 3, 4 for 4, whatever it was at that time. But some good things happened. 74% completion ratio, 10 different receivers that caught a ball. We finally able to show some life of offense. And then yet another opportunity to go down and score, and had a couple of drops, one in the end zone for a touchdown, and then they scored late in the game, and in my opinion wasn't indicative of a hard-fought game. It kind of showed a little bit wider margin than what the actual score or the competitiveness of the game was.
I think after the game you were mentioning the effort level of your team.
Yeah.
Is there a message in that this week that if you guys will stay the course, keep with that effort level, it's going to flip for us?
We challenged them. We tried to go out early in the week and really demonstrate this style of offense from Army. This is what you're going to see, and we did. So we understood schematically what could happen, what they would try to do. That the very first play of the game, the touchdown run they have, were plays that the first play of the game was a play they've never run. They've never run that play before. All right, yeah, and so they GT counter pull with the quarterback. They've never run that before, and so we got them to do things that were uncustomary of them and take away the things that were their strength, and that's coaching. You have to be able to adjust, and so we did. We adjusted to those things, and we were able to slow them down from an offensive standpoint. But then in the back end, we just kind of wore down because we weren't able to sustain the drives in the fourth quarter or get the ball back. They played keep away in the fourth quarter, and I think we may have finished with 29, close to 30 yards or time of possession as well as them, which was good because we had opportunities. We just didn't seize those moments enough.
What did you continue to learn about Frank Harris after the game?
Toughness. Yeah, that he has toughness. That he's still a work in progress, but he'll be just fine. To see him come back after an injury and to play through that injury, and then for us to recognize what actually happened. I didn't anticipate him coming back in, but he did, and he competed at a very high level and played through it and completed passes with it at the same time. But you were asking a question earlier. Here's what we said to our team: the most physical team will win. You have to be physical, and you got to strike these guys because they're going to come off, and they did so in a fast manner. I think that at times we responded and we matched their intensity and physicality. I thought it was a very physical football game. There's a lot of good things on that film of tight ends, of Spencer Burford, of Josh Dunlap mauling people, toughness to get Hale and Stewart back, knocking the crap out of their linebacker. But again, it wasn't enough in the totality of the team but the physical spirit, fighting spirit, we all know it was a 10-point, 11-point game. The game was in a balance until the last 2 minutes of the game. And it wasn't as lopsided as it may have appeared. So I applaud our kids for their effort. You know, we talked about it. You look at this team, again, against Oklahoma and taking them into overtime, against Michigan and against some of the superior teams in Power 5 conferences across America, and they have run the ball well, and they have won 10 and 11 games in back-to-back seasons for a reason. But I like the way our team competed against them.
Last question for me. You face a pretty good outfit that's got it going the last few years this week.
I'm sorry.
You face a pretty good outfit.
Oh, yeah. So, North Texas, very good team. You know, they'll go as Mason Fine goes, and he's as talented as they come in our conference. They're experienced on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of respect for Seth Luttrell and what he has done. We came into this conference first-time head coaches together. He's done an amazing job there. This game has always been a very competitive game. We'll need to match that team's intensity as well this week. We both open up 1-2 in conference play, 0-0, and so let's go have fun. Let's go get after it.
He does, I guess, a lot of things that he did it when he was at OU and other places. Kind of mixes that into his offensive scheme.
They do a variety of things there. You know, he'll get in different personnel groupings, but at the end of the day, they're a pass-oriented team that want to take shots down the field, rely on big playability. They probably are one of the better teams in the country that have plus 40-yard touchdowns, plus 20-yard touchdowns because of the athleticism of those receivers and how skilled their quarterback is. Thank you.